Good afternoon and welcome to ITV News at noon. I am Wilson Omasha. Ahead of the local government election in Edo State scheduled for July 2026, the political tempo in East and Northeast local government area is gathering momentum following the endorsement of Honorable Saturday Yoha as the consensus APC chairmanship candidate. Francisca Igenegbale reports that the endorsement of Honorable Yoha was outcome of a meeting by APC leaders in East and Northeast local government area. The report is presented by Williams Yama.
Addressing the gathering, APC leader in East and Northeast local government area, Dr. Chris Ebare, commended the governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebholo, for the support and developmental stride his administration has brought to Esa land. He also appreciated party members for their support during the last senatorial election. Dr. Ebare assured the actualization of 3.5 million votes promised President Bola Tinubu in the 2027 presidential election.
And the second tenure, we can assure you, God will still take you there. You will finish your second tenure in the mighty name of Jesus.
During the meeting, a motion for endorsement was unanimously moved for Honorable Saturday Yoha as the APC consensus candidate for the position of local government chairman in East and Northeast ahead of the July local government election. Speakers, including APC chairman East and Northeast chapter, Mr. Emmanuel Ibagbami, attributed the unanimous endorsement of Honorable Yoha to the unity and peace within the party in local government area, describing Honorable Yoha as a man of integrity and good character.
We compliment the governor's efforts in fighting insecurity in the local government. Yes. We will improve quality education.
Across the local government, we did not suffer for food, and as we speak, we are still enjoying safety.
Honorable Saturday Yoha, a former vice chairman, Eastern Northeast local government and managing director, Sabana Construction Company, in his acceptance speech, thanked Governor Okpebholo and party leaders for the confidence reposed in him. He assured that he will not disappoint and pledged to serve the people diligently if given the opportunity.
We have decided to endorse Honorable Prince Saturday Yoha. The person that we want to pick is Honorable Saturday Yoha.
Williams, ITV News.
The National Assembly has resumed plenary sessions on Tuesday with the scrutiny of President Bola Tinubu's 58.47 trillion naira appropriation bill and amendments to Nigeria's electoral laws topping its legislative agenda. The leader of the Senate, Senator Opeyemi Bamidele, stated that the upper and lower chambers would also expedite work on the review of the 1999 Constitution, assuring all that the document will be completed and ready for transmission to state legislatures by the first quarter of 2026. Bamidele disclosed this in a statement in Abuja on Monday, noting that committees in both chambers had already commenced detailed assessment of the revenue and expenditure estimate presented by President Tinubu to a joint session of the National Assembly on December 18, 2025. He said the budget, when enacted, would reinforce macroeconomic stability, deepen Nigeria's global competitiveness, and translate economic growth into jobs, higher incomes, and improved living standards while restoring the January to December budget cycle. He said the proposed Electoral Bill 2025 contained over 20 major innovations, including voting rights for inmates, early release of election forms to INEC, electronically generated voter identification, real-time transmission of polling unit results, standardized delegates for indirect primary, stricter voter registration requirement, and tougher sanctions for electoral offences. On constitutional amendment, Bamidele said technical sessions and public hearing have been concluded, adding that the report of the exercise will be laid before the Senate by the Deputy Senate President, Senator Barau I. Jibrin, before the end of the first quarter. He stressed that the final phase of the process will require approval by at least two-thirds of the 36 state houses of assembly, underscoring the central role of sub-national legislatures in affecting constitutional alterations. The National Industrial Court of Nigeria, Abuja, has fixed Tuesday, 27th January 2026 for ruling on a suit filed by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, and the FCT administration against the leaders of the Joint Union Action Committee. Justice E.D. Subulim adjourned the matter after hearing argument from counsel for the parties. Following the court proceedings, counsel for the claimant, James Onoja, SAN, told journalists that the defendant lacked jurisdiction, personality, arguing that the union was neither recognized under the Companies and Allied Matters Act nor the Trade Union Act and was therefore an illegal body. The claimant had dragged the JUAC chairman Rifkatu Lotia and the secretary Abdullahi Umar Saleh before the court in suit number NICN/ABJ/17/2026, seeking an interlocutory injunction restraining the defendants and their agent from embarking on any industrial action, picketing or lockout. The ongoing strike, which began last Monday after the expiration of a 7-day ultimatum, has paralyzed activities across the major FCTA offices in Abuja, including the FCTA Secretariat, where security operatives were deployed to restrict access. Despite claims by the FCTA management that most of the workers' demands have been met, the JUAC dismissed the assertion, insisting that core issues remained unresolved. Meanwhile, staff of the FCT administration and the Federal Capital Development Agency, backed by the Nigerian Labour Congress, picketed the premises of the Industrial Court ahead of Monday's proceedings, demanding the removal of the minister of the FCT. The action followed the directive from the NLC, which threw its weight behind the industrial action, describing it as justified in the face of what it termed persistent violations of workers' rights by the FCTA management and political leadership. The labor union also accused the FCTA of wage abuse, intimidation of workers, and failure to meet statutory obligation. Other unions, including the Nigerian Union of Teachers, the National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives, the National Union of Electricity Employees, and the Nigerian Union of Journalists FCT chapter, amongst others, have also joined the strike. The Kwara State Service has recovered the body of a 73-year-old man identified as Pastor Wolola, who was suspected to have been burnt to death while carrying out a bush burning exercise on his palace of land in Ilori. The spokesperson for the service, Hakeem Adekunle, disclosed this in a statement on Monday that the agency received a distress alert of a fire incident at Cemetery Road in Rewolede on Monday, and upon arrival it was discovered that the deceased had reportedly set fire to weeds on his fenced parcel of land. He added that investigations revealed that the fire spread rapidly within the confined area, while Awolola attempted to escape through the fence. He was allegedly trapped by the advancing flames. Reacting to the incident, the director of the agency, Alabi Mohammed, warned residents against bush burning due to its attendant dangers. The fire reportedly engulfed a house comprising 35 rooms. The striking workers of Kano Electricity Distribution Company have suspended their strike action and restored electricity supply to Kano and other franchise areas. Recall that the Senior Staff Association of Electricity and Allied Companies and the National Union of Electricity Employees at KEDCO embarked on an indefinite strike action on Wednesday morning over alleged poor working condition. The strike followed the failure by KEDCO management to meet the demands of of the aggrieved workers over the expiration of the deadline given to the management on Tuesday, January 20, 2026. However, in a statement on Saturday by the company's head of corporate communications, Sani Bala Sani, CADCO announced the suspension of the industrial action following what they described as productive engagement and concrete resolutions reached by all parties. He pointed out that with the suspension of the industrial action, normal operations have resumed across all the service areas, thus assuring customers of the company's continued dedication to providing a reliable and efficient electricity supply. An early morning fire gutted a residential building on Monday, destroying no fewer than 28 apartments, including several shops at number 32 Orumba Street, Okpoko, in Ogbaru local government area of Anambra State. It was gathered that the fire, which started in one of the apartments at about 2 a.m., quickly spread to adjoining apartments before engulfing the shops. The blaze, which reportedly caused damage running into several millions of naira, was brought under control with the intervention of the police officers from the Okpoko Police Division, who provided security while residents made frantic efforts to quench the fire. No casualties were recorded, but the incident caused panic as residents struggled to salvage their belongings from the raging flames. Although the cause of the fire remains unconfirmed, preliminary reports suggested that it may have been triggered by a power surge following the restoration of electricity supply. Some affected shop owners said they received distress calls informing them that their shops were on fire, but by the time they arrived at the scene, the entire building had been razed. At the scene, men of the Nigerian Police Force, led by the Divisional Police Officer of Okpoko Division, CSP Ewelu Owai, alongside community stakeholders, were present to maintain law and order, assess the level of damage. The hometown of the Adamawa State Governor Amadu Fintiri Madagali was attacked in the early hours of Tuesday by suspected terrorists kidnapping 6 family members. This was disclosed in a statement issued on Tuesday morning by the State Police Command spokesman SP Suleiman Ngoroje. Ngoroje stated that a combined rescue team of police and the military are in the area searching for the abducted family members. According to the statement, the Commissioner of Police at Adamawa State Command, Dan Kombo Morris, has directed sustained search and rescue operations, reinforced patrols, and beefed up security presence across Madagali and other border communities to ensure the safe rescue and return of the victims and prevent further threats. In our talking business, employees of companies producing sachet alcohol alongside some civil society organizations have hinted at the possibility of a nationwide protest if the ban on sachet alcohol beverages and PET bottle below 200 milliliter is not reversed. The employees made this known on Monday when they stormed the Lagos office of the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control along the Oshodi-Apapa Expressway to protest the ban 3 days after their last demonstration. They had warned that no fewer than 5 million Nigerians would be affected directly and indirectly by the ban. Following the Friday protest, the Director General of NAFDAC, Mojisola Adeyeye, engaged with leaders of the protesters. However, Adeyeye insisted that the ban would remain until there was a change in legislation. The chairman of FOBTOB in Lagos State, Olamiye Somofon, said the union would have no option but to take the protest to the National Assembly if their demands were not met. And now talking sports in football, Remo Stars' 4-3 entitled defense was dealt another blow as they were held to a 1-0 draw by bottom place Cone Califat in Ibadan Monday, offering a rare boost for their visitors in the relegation battle. The clash staged at the Lekon Salami Stadium after the Kane side were banished from their home ground due to fan violence started in a dramatic fashion. Califat turned the champions in the 6th minute when Ogenetega Ebetumame rose highest to head the visitors into an early lead. Remo Stars equalized in the 79th minute when Ahmed Akenyele unleashed a long-range strike that found the back of the net. The remainder of the match saw further attempts from Remo Stars, including a near miss from Samuel Anakwe, whose score struck the post in stoppage time. The game ended 1-1, a point share that offered title relief for Remo Stars in the context of their league position. And that's it on the news at noon. Thanks a lot for watching. Good afternoon.
ITV, certainly the best.
ITV, ITV, ITV.